are doing very bravely, and in last 22 Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, my dearly beloved family, patrons, family, Azizan Iman, I welcome you to 10 Downing Street, where we were gathered today. In fact, we are gathered today. In fact, I am, recording this promo at the very end of a massive protest in support of the journalists killed in Gaza, particularly the journalists who were recently killed from Al Jazeera. And the scenes which you're going to witness in this particular video, they are going to be mind-boggling. They are going to be heart. It is bound to move your heart, and it is bound to, make you think that what's happening in Gaza, what's happening in Palestine, what's happening around the world, it is not acceptable. And we have to stop killing the journalists. Why do you stop journalists from doing their jobs? You only do that because you don't want the truth to come out. And that is what journalists in Gaza are doing very bravely. And in last 22 months, more than 190 journalists have been killed in Gaza. And you're going to see them being remembered today right in front of 10 Downing Street. A lot of, famous people, but a lot of very prominent journalists have come from all around the UK, particularly London. And this event has been organized by the London Freelance Branch of the National Union of Journalists. And please give your feedback, and please do, pay attention and share this video. And you need to tell the world what's going on in Gaza. And you have to tell Israel, you have to tell the world that it is not okay to kill the journalists just for doing their job. Thank you so very much. Please, there will be a lot of, commotion. There are a lot of, you'll be witnessing a lot of moving scenes from this protest today. And let's get on with it.
Yeah, very good. These murders that have taken place and the attacks that have taken place to prevent the truth being told. So we're here today, yes, to stand in solidarity with those who've lost their lives and to commemorate them, but also to say to our own government, you have a role to play. You have a responsibility on your shoulders to ensure the protection of journalists and to ensure that everything is done to secure the peace.
Please shake hands with your companion next to you. Please shake hands.
And yes, throwing out those who are complicit. Solidarity.
And now I would like to invite our General Secretary, Mrs. Laura Davidson, to speak on behalf of our union.
Thank you, Mariam. I'm here, like all of you, to show solidarity. Solidarity with our journalist colleagues targeted and killed by the Israeli military and those who died alongside them. And to remember all those journalists who have been killed carrying out their work in this most deadly of conflicts. We owe a collective debt to those reporting from Gaza in the most horrendous of circumstances. They are representing our profession, that commitment to reporting what is happening on the ground, whatever the cost, and they have paid the price. They are the eyes and the ears of the world on the ground. We're here together calling for independent investigation into the crime of killing journalists. We're renewing our call for international media access to Gaza with urgency. It cannot be acceptable for remaining local journalists to carry this burden alone. We are here calling for a UN convention specifically on the safety of journalists as a global right and expectation. Solidarity has been shown in NEJ branches around the UK and in Ireland this week has been heartfelt and absolutely inspiring, and has been heard and seen. We've received messages back that it makes a difference on the ground, knowing that fellow professionals are standing together in support and saying no to the murder of journalists. So I'd like to thank you all for coming, for the solidarity, to the branch for organising the event, and to all members of the NUJ for your tireless campaigning alongside the International Federation of Journalists to give our support to those in danger in Gaza and around the world.
Thanks, everybody. We are now going to have a minute's silence for all of our colleagues. And then after the minute's silence, I'm going to come to everybody who's holding a sign and ask them to read the name of our slaughtered colleague on their sign. So we're now going to begin the minute's silence. Thank you, colleagues.
Mohammed Abu Huraidi. Ibrahim Shafran.
Bilal Jadallah. Mohammed Jamal.
Yasser Abu Namus.
Mohammed Mansour.
Ibrahim Muhammad Al-Gabawi.
Abdul Rahman Shuhab.
Ahmed Jamal Mamoun.
Manal Abu Amara, killed this day last year.
أبي عماد السيد. محمد عروس.
Wafa Al-Udaidi.
Hated by cowardly Israel.
Denise Sohab.
Al-Taha Salim.
Ladies and gentlemen, all these participants are holding the names of the journalists who have been killed in Gaza. And there was a problem about the sound system on the venue. But right now, all those who are here, all these participants you're witnessing, each of them are holding signs of different journalists killed in last 22 months in Gaza by Israel, and they are now naming the placards they're holding. And this is a symbolic coffin which you are witnessing right now. And moving forward, you will see a funeral prayer in absentia of all the journalists being killed in Gaza. Right now, there is a problem, but you might be thinking that there is a problem with the audio at my broadcast, but the problem is not in the audio in my broadcast. The problem was there at the venue yesterday. But everyone is naming the different journalists placard they're holding. And all these journalists, almost 200 of them, have been killed in Gaza in last 22 months just for doing their jobs. I mean, this is not something seen anywhere else in the world. And right now, Penny Quinton is moving around and other people are moving around. And The posters were prepared by Grace from National Union of Journalists, and all of these posters are being held by different individuals, and nobody is holding the same placard. They're names of different journalists killed in Gaza for doing their job in the last 22 months. And you can see Penny Quinton now. She is moving around. There is a problem with the PA system over there, but you can actually see the names of the journalists being held by the participants at this vigil, and they're naming all of them, and there were a lot of them as well. So I'm just giving you a running commentary because you think there might be a problem with the audio. There is no problem with the audio. That is why there was a problem with the PA system, the public audience system.
Shout to the top of your voice then.
That's what I said.
Journalist Suma El Gaza.
So
We should picture this. We should picture this.
I hope I'm able to explain to you all that what was actually going on over there. And this is just one of the part of the vigil. I'm really sorry for the audio. You might be thinking that all the different outlets have just given 2.5 minute video. I've prepared this video for almost 40 minutes for you because I wanted to, give you the real feel of the vigil and the moving scenes which are going to follow this particular part of the broadcast. I mean, there's not much left, but as you can see, that we're almost over. Half of it is over. We've only got a 23 minutes clip left, but you'll be seeing a lot of different scenes there in that 23 minutes. And this is very interesting, actually. So these are visuals. And here we've got T.M. Wallace, the NUJ colleague. And he'll be speaking to us later as well. So I'm just, stay tuned. And this is all happening right across opposite 10 Downing Street. And later on, I'll be interviewing a lot of these people and you'll be able to hear their messages. So this is just to give you an idea of what this was all about. And these placards were prepared, as I told you, by Grace. She spent the entire night. Penny Quinton, Mariam Al-Saya, they all, worked tirelessly to make this vigil a success. And it did, became a huge success, as you must have seen already. The amount of people who were there, just on a 2 days notice, these people were gathered there, and you can see that these scenes were very moving forward. From here you will see some very unique scenes after this, and you don't usually see such scenes in London, but now.
Okay, everybody, we are now going to move towards the coffin, which is near the banner. So can we We are now going to have a funeral prayer for all of our colleagues. It's a standing prayer. I'm going to ask Mariam to explain this. Hello? It has been 1 second, please. These are equality standards that we all hold ethically in. We choose to honor them with their religion. So I would like to ask our attendees who are practicing Islam in the hand of the couple. One of our fellow leads is going to lead funeral in absentia in a Muslim practice, which hasn't been done for any marriages according to scholar, unless if it's a traditions when an Azazi had been died in a Habasha by a funeral in absentia. And there is no people should be honored like our hero, journalists killed for the truth in Gaza. Let's go for the prayer. I would like to explain it to non-Muslim just to make sure they understand what will happen. It will be in silence. It has only for no takbir, which doesn't mean anything but peace and work for Allah. So it's the call for prayer. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر
وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. الفاتحة.
And now we are going for the funeral prayer in absentia, namaz janaza in absentia.
Can I ask you to take one?
Ghaibana namaz janaza in Urdu.
Please take a straight line, just through this line. If you know how to pray, please take a position, a line, make multiple lines. If you're not taking a position, please allow other people to take their prayer position. One line behind the tree, another line after them. Thank you. Allahu Akbar.
This is the Muslim funeral prayer in absentia for the journalist killed in Gaza.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
So that was the Ghaibana namaz janaza, the funeral prayer, Muslim funeral prayer in absentia. And now we'll move forward to interviewing other people, which you'll be witnessing soon. If these scenes don't move you, I don't know what will.
My name is Mariam Sey. I'm one of the National Unit Journalist reps, and we came all today to show solidarity to our colleagues and brothers and sisters in Palestine who had been slaughtered, and it had been like out of any organization to uphold this. So we wanted to send a message, not to our courageous journalists in Gaza, but also to international community, that this is a message that they're not weak, they're not starving, and they are not nothing. You're targeting them because they're powerful, and you believe that the killing them is going to silence them. We believe that you kill them because you know that the microphones and camera is way heavy, strong, more than any other weapon and more than any other international army. So we're here now to call the United Nations and every international law conviction to take place, because they are ignoring the international law and they are actually saying to the international law that they are above it and we are opposing this. And again, as we said, journalists here were writers, finest, best of the British media, and they all came here because their journalistic work is doing nothing from solidarity and condemnation. So condemnation is no longer enough, and it's time of action, but we don't know what action is. So we just stayed here silently, seeking help. That's it.
I'm Penny Quinton. I'm chair of the London Freelance branch of the National Union of Journalists. We're here today to honour our colleagues who have been doing some of the best journalism we've seen covering the atrocities and the genocide in Gaza. They've gone out every day knowing that they might be killed. They've gone out every day not knowing that their family might be killed while they're out reporting. They've gone out every day knowing that there's no decent health service to pick them up when they're injured, yet still they're going out. They're fighting with their lives to bring the world the truth about what's happening in Gaza. They're fighting, and they are just amazing, and they're our colleagues, and we as journalists must honour them.
Hello, I'm Maxine Peake, and I'm here today, I think with everyone else, just to show our anger, our upset and our frustration with the continuing genocide and slaughter. Our government has to do something, the world has to do something. So I'm here today to pay respects for the martyrs and for the brave journalists.
My name's Serena, and I'm here today protesting with all of these people behind me because yet another journalist, or yet more journalists, have been murdered, martyred by Israel. And this has been supported by the people right behind us over there, who I'm looking onto. It's unbelievable that there hasn't been an outcry. I expect my Prime Minister and my government to stand and to call out these atrocities. Targeting journalists is a war crime, and more journalists have been killed in this past 22 months than in all of the previous conflicts since World War II. And I'm here to say that's not acceptable, and I expect this to be called out tomorrow by Keir Starmer.
I'm David Ayrton. I'm a senior organiser with the National Union of Journalists. And I'm here with at the London Freelance branch Vigil for the murdered journalists, which has taken place by the action of the Israeli state, who have targeted the journalists. Our concern is that all Palestinian journalists and journalists internationally are given full access and with full safety and protection in order that the events in Gaza can be fully covered for the world to judge the actions that are taking place, and in order that this can then serve the public in order to make their decisions as to how, as a society, globally, we deal with the matters concerned.
Good evening, my name is Theo Thorpe-Mullis. I'm a freelance journalist and the creator of the Dictators v Democrats program, where we track the war against democracy. And journalism, free speech is an essential right. And especially in conflict zones, which I cover, I've been to Ukraine on a number of occasions, and I would go to Gaza if I could get in. It is vital that journalists be afforded all of the protections that are required in law. And the fact that they are not in Gaza, as we can see from the sheer numbers of my colleagues that have been killed there, is a crime in the Articles of War and a crime against humanity, a crime against freedom and democracy as well. No country which claims to be a democracy can carry out such a slaughter of those who are the eyes of history. Thank you.
Mr. David. You know, I miss our sessions with the
إن لله وإنا إليه راجعون أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله.
So Mark Wadsworth, co-founder of the NUJ's Black Members Council, former NEC member of the London freelance branch, here giving solidarity to a very vital and important cause, which is in support of the more than 200 journalists who've been murdered by the Israeli Defense Forces. And it is murder that we're talking about. They know that by banning journalists from abroad, from being in Gaza, being in the West Bank, by murdering those Palestinian brave journalists who are still operating in those occupied territories, they can hide from the general public around the world the war crimes that they are committing daily. And it's an obscenity that we need to stand up against as every journalist, every member of the public internationally.
My name is Nisar Alisha. I'm a journalist belonging to the NUJ freelance branch. I'm a long-standing member of the union. What I saw here was very surprising because unexpectedly a lot of journalists came and it was a very good turnout. Journalists are being killed every day in Lebanon, Syria, and in Gaza. As you know, the genocide is going on. So the whole world is watching this killing, slaughtering of the Palestinians every day. And it's not only just journalists, the other civilians are being killed, and the hospitals and the churches are demolished, and Gaza has been made uninhabitable. So somebody has to do it. Either the ICC or ICJ should do something to stop this genocide. It is very important for humanity. It's nothing to do with the Muslim or Jewish. It's not any other political stuff. It is a human rights that we are defending. As a journalist, we are here to fight against violation of the human rights. And we will continue as long as we can, but we are inviting the EU, UK, US government to support Palestinian cause and stop killing journalists in that area.
Hello, I'm Phil Sutcliffe. I'm actually treasurer of London Freelance Branch. I've been a member for donkey's years, been a journalist for 55 years now. And, well, you come on lots of demos in your life, but this is, in a sense, the most awful demo I've ever been on, because the killing, in many cases, the murdering of Palestinian journalists exceeds any horror for our brothers and sisters around the world that has happened in all my years. By miles, it's just the most ghastly thing. So that's why I just carry this banner, this placard, stop killing journalists. And I think this evening's vigil was a very appropriate representation of the way journalists here in London of all races and religions feel about what's happening in Gaza.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's actually the gist of what happened yesterday. It is not possible actually to tell you exactly the sentiments of people and the tears in the eyes and the heartwarming scenes over there. But you need to ask yourself, in any country of the world, why would you need to kill the journalist? I know the problem in Palestine, Gaza, is much bigger than what we are talking about over here. But this particular vigil was organized by the London freelance branch of the National Union of Journalists, only for the journalists killed in Gaza, and there have been more than 190 journalists who has been killed in last 22 months, and that is the biggest number anywhere in the world. And you only kill journalists if you do not want the truth to come out. So what have you got to hide in Gaza, for which you're not letting journalists from anywhere? I mean, not you want to, all right, pick and choose if you want to. You're not letting journalists from anywhere, enter Gaza. And those who do, they face the kind of, fate which we've just seen, and because of whom we were having this vigil. So just keep asking yourself this question. In the end, I'm grateful to the London freelance branch of the National Union of Journalists, to Penny Quinton, to Mariam Al-Salah, and particularly Mariam Al-Sayah, and our sister from Al Jazeera, and of course Penny Quinton, and rest all the members of the London freelance branch of the National Union of Journalists who participated, who made this event into a great success. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. Fi aman Allah.